Hey guys, it's Tarek with Cyclone FPV, and today what you're seeing behind you there is an actual setup of something I've been working on for a while. And after one customer asked me about whether we do waterproofing on quads or not, I figured, you know what, now's a good time to go ahead and show you guys what I've been working on and kind of try to set the record straight on what we're capable of here. So as you can see there at the bottom, I've got one of the quads that we've gone ahead and treated. I've got the LiPo sitting next to it. In the middle there, you're going to see just a standard screen with 5.8 gigahertz to pick up the video when I turn this quad on. And you've got some HDOs there to your right at the top. And then, I don't know if you can see this, but here's the QX7 that we're going to be using, that I'm going to use to go ahead and just get the motors running. Now the goal here is, and this is going to be a first time to do, we figure we'd test it and see what we can put together for you guys. And it's the first time to see if we can get this whole thing running, keep it running underwater, pull it back out, make sure we've got video the whole time, and just show you what gains we've made in waterproofing our quads, okay? So without wasting any more time, I'm going to go ahead now. One of the things I am going to do is I didn't mess with the battery necessarily, so I've made an extension so I can keep the battery itself out of the water, because at the end of the day I could care less if the battery is damaged if the quad goes in the water, and I'm not really focused on the LiPo as much as I am on the components inside. So give me a second and here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get this ready. I'm going to plug in the cable here. All right, and that should hold. I'm going to go ahead and power this up, and hopefully we should see some video take shape here. If you look at the screen there we go. So we've got our screen. Now that's really for me to be watching. What I'm doing with the HDOs, let me go ahead and make sure we've got video there. Let me check. Okay, I think you guys can see that. I don't know where that camera is, but we've got, oh, I got to figure out how to get this to show you. Well, I tell you what, just take my word for it. It's on here so that I can have a recording, but somewhere in there, somewhere in those goggles is the image. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'll press that button and get to recording so that we can have this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those back. All right, so we've got our quad ready to go. You can see that here. I've got another camera here recording the bucket as well. So let me go ahead and just take this scale down a little bit. Let me see how I want to do this here. Let's just shrink that down. Put that over here. There we go. We're going to bring that back over now, and you should see it. There you go. So you've got your room now. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this in here, and just to show you guys what we're going to do, I'm going to grab the QX7, and okay, so there's the motors running. You can hear that. I'm not going to put props on here because if it works, it's just going to make a mess. But I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to drop this in the water. There we go. And there you go. I think you can see the screen there. And we're going to do it like this. And you should start seeing the water start moving. Okay, motors are running. I'm not going to take it too crazy because it's going to make like this whirlpool of a mess. Okay, you can see that. I'm just going to let that sit there for a minute. See if we can zoom in a little bit maybe for you guys to get a better view of what's going on there. Motors are running good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and stop the motors. Let me zoom out so I can take this out without splashing water everywhere. Go ahead. There we go. I'm going to go ahead. Place the quad on the mat here. I think that's within camera view. And we're going to go ahead and get it. And there you go. We'll get the motors to air off a little bit. And you can see, just to give you an idea, we've got 1, 2, and then we go ahead and do this. Okay. So let me straighten it out now. All right. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and drop it back in the water. Here we go. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the LiPo off. And plug the system. And grab another LiPo. I'm pretty sure that one's seen better days. And it looks like the battery's probably dying on it anyway, so let's go ahead and put another one in. Should have our system back up. And there we go. And we're back up and running. Our video is back up. I think our LiPo was just getting, I hadn't charged it. So as you can see on the screen there, let's see if I can, whoa, let me slow this down a little bit. There we go. Let me go ahead and slow that down. And what I'll do is try to get the image on the screen. See if I can move this for you guys. See if I can get kind of tuned in right here. Okay, and then we'll just see what happens. Let me get the thing started. Here we go, and there's your image. So what we've done is, this entire time that we've been airing it, and I've got to just angle this, there we go, that'll be easier. So what we've done is, you can see, we've kept our video going, we've got our motors going, and everything looks really good. I'm extremely pleased with this, and I just want to check and make sure I'm not splashing anything. Oops, sorry, I think I just kicked that stand. And there it goes. So, as you can see, we'll go ahead now, pull everything out. I'm going to go ahead and move the water now out of the way. So bear with me a second. Go ahead and put this down. I'm not going to dry it off or anything. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out though so you can see that now. So here's the quad. Get the water now, move it aside. And we'll go. And you can see all the motors running. You see? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And everything is running perfect. And I guess if we wipe the lens here, so there you go. So I think that it would be safe to say that we have successfully got the system running. We've got our quad running. It was soaking wet. All right. And it is now good to go. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, it is now good to go. And so what we'll do is we can go ahead now, plug it back in, reattach it, watch the video come back up like you see there. Let me angle this camera up just a little bit. Move the quad so you can see it. There we go. And there we go. Everything's functioning. You got clear video on the screen. So I would say this has turned out to be a success. I'm very proud of it. That is a fully submerged, running underwater, and no damage. Everything's functioning like it's supposed to. All right, guys, that's what I wanted to show y'all. Enjoy, and we'll have some more to show you soon. Bye.